Okay, here's my sound preferences. I like a variety of different tunings, but really what gets my juices flowing, starting from the lower octaves, is in the bass. I like my bass punchy, tight, fast with a kick. I like a little bit of energy down there, maybe a little bit of warmth, but not too much getting into bass bleeding. It's got to have enough weight to make male vocals, make piano, cello, percussions, have the right tonality. When it comes to my mids, I do like my mids and mid clarity, but I don't like too forward a mid, so that's the upper mids I'm talking about. So keep the pinna gain down a little bit and not make it too forward a presentation. And when it comes to the highs, I do like my sparkly highs. At my age, I'm probably losing a little bit of the high frequencies. But not too much where it's sibilant and in your face. So that's what I like. Hello, today I'm bringing you another IM review. This time it's going to be a bit of a short one. This is on the new HIBY Yacht 10. Beautiful unboxing, great accessories, lots of things good going for this IM, and two things big against. $129. Does it compete with its peers? Let's find out in this review. And the other bit is its tuning. I know that's always a bit subjective, but well, let's get into it, shall we? I'm gonna say these shells are cyberpunk funky, but incredibly comfy for me. Again, my ears, your ears could be different, but the metal shell is solid, looks fantastic, kind of that orange look on top. It looks almost like a charging port up there. Pretty cool, right? Nice cable, Again, very well themed. Orange, 90-degree termination. And this one you can get if you pay $10 more. You can also get it with USB-C. Love that. I think that's great and a great idea. And for my listening impressions, I was also listening to it because I was sent this as well from HIBY. So thank you. Both of these units, and this is the R6 III 2025 version, and I quite enjoy that. I'll get into that in a deep review. Talking about this cable for a sec, it's nice. It's tangly free mostly, except for when I shove it back in its case not nicely. I got some funky, you probably, I don't know, can you see that on the cable? Not really focusing in on it. It's focusing in on my face. All right, forget it then. Oh, there it is. It's got some bubbly stuff going on for the ends of the wrap. It kind of took away I like this cable too. This cable is free. It's not though, is it really? Because you pay for everything. $129, $139 with the adapter. You can buy another bundle with some ear tips, which I also like. Let's talk about, just jump right into what I do like. Again, likes and don't likes. I love the shell shape, the design for comfort for me is absolutely fab. Again, they look funky, but man, do they actually, this would be a good sleeper for me. Really, really nice. I like the bouncy, punchy bass in the tuning. It's a bit polite. It exudes more energy into the lower bass than it does sub bass, which is again my preferences. But when it comes to sub bass, it's really no slouch when there's bass in the track. There is some bass bleed. Again, I kind of like that tuning. It's evident in the thickness of the notes, especially in male vocals. You would say this would be a warmer signature down below. Now the upper mids. Well, that is a lot. So fit, comfort is great for me. The case, phenomenal. Like this baller. Like again, the accessories, the unboxing, this baller square case, magnetic clasp, little divider inside, $130 worth. You get some good goodies with it. Absolutely. That's where the fun ends. The upper mids now in the tuning. What I don't like, it has a very strange sound signature with the relaxed pin again. I do like that, but then when it comes to, let me just pull up a graph here. Yeah, so around 2,500 to about 4,500, you can see on this graph that there's a large scoop, and then that kind of peaks out quite the high, the ear gain at around 5,500, and I think that's very evident in its sonic signature. So what I do get is I get a scooped out upper mids, and it makes this really sound hollow, distant, especially with female vocals, and I love my female vocals. This is not my favorite tuning. And then you get that splash of treble, but it's just not enough for a clear reproduction. It's just a really funky tuning. And to be fair, I also just came off of another IM that I did, and this one was from a surprise from IBASO. So also using a magnesium aluminum comb driver, same as the HIBY, metal, a beautiful metal shell, modular cable, $70. So this is kind of where I'm coming down a little hard on the HIBY Yacht 10. It's a bit of a boat anchor. and the fact that I just don't think it competes with something that's half its price. So that's kind of my big problem. If we pull up a graph between the two, you can see, and it's virtually identical except for not having that scoop out. And that makes all of the difference in the world. Vocals are cleaner. You don't get that hollow, weird, distant, echoey, everything sounds like the Weeknd song. And some might like that, but it's so far off of natural that I can't see it. There is redeeming qualities if you use PEQ, Auto EQ, MSEB from anything, from the HIBY especially. And I target curve the Yacht 10 to my preferences, to my target curve. It sounds awesome. So the driver inside is fantastic. It's just that the stock tuning came out wonky. If it came out, again, I still don't think it competes in the current market conditions over $100. At $90, I would have said it competes very favorably, because then you get that baller case if you care about that. But would you pay $20 more for it? I don't know. I think it's better off to have some better price, and maybe you would really gravitate towards the funky cyberpunk design. I sure like it. I saw it. I loved it. But that being said, $20 is a lot of money for some people. And I just don't think that it competes with that. So, I mean, it does sound wonderful if you EQ it, but again, I'm not a fan of having to equalize something for me to enjoy it. The only exception there was the fat frequency deuce. The stock tuning on that, again, in my opinion, was a shit show of horrific tuning. But once equalized, it's one of my favorite IMs for chilling. I really like that equalized. That is kind of one of my exceptions, but I mean, again, being a snob, maybe, audio snob, I just wouldn't do it for this one. But again, if you do, you'll be rewarded with a good sounding IM. But again, there's that thing that, for $70 you get one that's already tuned properly, in my opinion, for half the price. So that's enough. I don't want to come down on this. They gave it to me for free, but I still gotta be true to myself and speak my mind. And some feedback for you, HIBY. Please look at its pricing, look at your competition, and if you decide to come out with version 2 and just get rid of that dip, please. I think you'll end up with a much nicer sounding IM that'll appeal to more people out there.